It is a day that we knew someday would come, and it's here. James Earl Jones has retired as the voice of Darth Vader. James Earl Jones has been playing Darth Vader since 1977, the very first Star Wars movie, later retitled A New Hope. He had played the character throughout all of the original trilogy, throughout a few scenes in Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith, and of course one or two lines in the sequel trilogy. But he would recently have returned to voice the character for a bit more in Rogue One and in Kenobi. But it's been made official today. So, what are my thoughts on this? Well, first of all, one of the things that I'm kind of happy about in a bittersweet way is that James Earl Jones has not passed away yet. Now, he's up there. He's like 95, 96 years old, something like that. And I was worried that at some point he was going to pass away, and, it's going to happen. You can't escape death. That's one thing that life guarantees, is that you're going to die. So, the fact that he was able to retire on his own terms, I think is a good thing. I think that's a positive thing for his life. I think it's a positive thing for his legacy, that he was able to finish all his projects, with Kenobi being the last one. And it's interesting because I know John Williams returned to do some of the music on Kenobi, so it's almost like his swan song from Star Wars. And these two people were so important in the original, the early days of Star Wars, because without the original trilogy, none of this extra stuff would ever even come out. Everything that's come out through Star Wars has been branched off the original trilogy, whether it be the sequel trilogy, the prequels, any of the spin-off movies, any of the TV shows have in one way or another branched off of that original 3 films from 77 to 83. So it's one of those things where we could sit here and be sad about it, but it was inevitable. The dude's very old. He doesn't have many years left. And so it's time that he retire and he ride off into the sunset. Now, what does that mean for Darth Vader? I know some folks are probably assuming that they're not going to have Darth Vader involved in any more projects. You have to understand that James Earl Jones, I'm going to get back to that in a minute. James Earl Jones was a big reason as to why Darth Vader became one of the greatest movie villains of all time. The way he performed the character, the voice. Let's not forget that he also voiced Mufasa in Lion King. I think he was the CBS voiceover. I mean, the dude's done so many things throughout his career, but Darth Vader's probably his most iconic, I would say, safely say. So he needs to go in the Hall of Fame for just that, besides all the other films he's done. I mean, the guy has a great catalog of movies. Don't forget, he was the lead villain in Conan the Barbarian and was awesome in that movie. So that means that Disney / Lucasfilm already has a replacement lined up. And whoever it is, he better be a damn good voice actor, because to replicate James Earl Jones is not easy. We do have technology now where you can emulate a person's voice relatively close to like how they actually sounded. But James Earl Jones, the way he would voice Vader was more sinister. You could feel like when he got angry, when he would go on these awesome speeches, he was just incredible. And to find somebody with that kind of talent is obviously no easy task, but obviously Disney has figured it out. So I am okay with James Earl Jones retiring. I have tons of memories of James Earl Jones, tons of memories of things that he did in his career and as Darth Vader, and I am happy that he is riding off into the sunset on his terms. Those are my thoughts on James Earl Jones. What do you think? Do you have any memories of any roles of his or Star Wars memories? Let me know. We'll talk soon.